Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Big Dawg Brett, and Between the Trenches. We're going to be doing the breakfast breakdown. Today, we're going to be making a different kind of breakfast. I'm going to be making something called, I think they call it a toad in a hole, and it's kind of a breakfast sandwich thing. I'm going to give that a shot, see how it turns out. Who knows? Trench is over here trying to stay warm. Apparently, he's cold down there in Florida. So we're going to
What exactly is a toad in a hole?
Well, that's what that was the question I had, was what exactly is that? And I was informed that it is a way of cooking an egg in on the Blackstone. So never mind my illustrious setup here. We're working on we're swapping out the fireplace. So yeah, we have to replace the insert.
Well,
so we're gonna give everybody a minute or two here to jump on.
Yeah. What? LSU fan is in here. He says, "Good chance Ed Orgeron is fired after this game." Mac Jones 10 is here. He says, "Hey,
what's up, buddy?
Things aren't working out with New England, so he's here."
I don't know why my I need to get a speakerphone. There we go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you great.
Okay. Got to turn on the volume.
What's going on, Bulldog JC? And Colby is here. What's going on, man?
I know I handed that to her.
So she must have set it aside or something. Okay.
She said that they would replace it. They would replace it if I didn't pay for it, but it's really irritating because.
Well, I don't want to travel all the way back out there for that.
I don't either.
What's going on, Melissa and Lizard Circus? How's it going, man? Hopefully you're healing up pretty well.
What's up?
Oh man, a lot of good games coming on today. What's going on, Rhino?
Hey, what's up, Rhino? Hey, dude, Raj gave me your phone number. I'll be giving you a call later today, my man. What's up, Jason Ray? So I guess D4 is busy. So
he might be, man. He might be getting to sleep in, getting ready for this game. Let's see here. Melissa says, "There's my ex-boyfriend." Hey, Trenches. Hey, Melissa. How you been? It's been a while.
What's going on, Michael Porter, one of our resident members? We appreciate you, sir. Thanks for being here.
Mac Jones 10 says, "Trenches, we are going to win versus Texas A&M." I don't have a doubt about that.
Who's Texas A&M playing?
Bama.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, y'all should handle A&M no problem.
By 3 scores.
Lizard said, "Oh, what's up, Porter?" Okay, yeah, by 3 scores. Dylan, he is making something called a toad in a hole. Is that what you said? Or a frog in a hole?
Chris was just trying to figure out if I made that up just so he'd say it.
Yeah, pretty much. He's making TCU on a pancake. I have no idea. What's going on, Michael Porter? Lizard Circus says, "I'm on the healing side. Neo taking care of me. Roll Tide." I'm glad you're getting better, buddy. Kobe, Big Dawg Brett, do you live around Blairsville area? I want to NGTC. No idea what that means. Oh, he went to NGTC. Gotcha.
North Georgia Technical College. Yeah. I'm not that close to Blairsville, but I have been to one of the campuses of NGT.
Okay. Melissa says, "Brett, Roll Tide." How's Billy Paul? You gonna get my appetite up today? He is. He's making a bunch of amphibians on a plate.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the grill started here. So,
all right. Good morning, Sarah Kane. LSU fan says, "Rest in peace, Texas A&M." Probably, you might be right on that one. I do think this will be the best defense that Bama's seen so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Celine Grantham. There's. I'm so sorry, Celine. Celine says, "Fire Grantham, bench EJ5, start AR-15, and good morning to that." What's up, Celine? I apologize, man. I know. Gotcha, beautiful area. Melissa says, "I'm taking rotisserie chicken. I'm making rotisserie chicken, tater salad, baked beans, corn on the cob, etc. today. What are y'all having?" I haven't figured out what I'm eating yet. I might just order some wings. Damn. BLST says Texas beat Oklahoma. I agree with that.
Yes, sir.
I need a flat grill like that. Me too, Huff. Peach cobbler for dessert. Melissa, we might have to get back together. You keep cooking like this. I have Georgia winning by 3 touchdowns. Celine Grantham, haha. Yeah, I know. Terrible misquote on that one. Jordan Davis eats every week. I don't think that's the matter.
Hey, Trenches.
Yeah.
Your mic's low. Is there any way you can turn it up? Maybe it's good for everybody else, but I can't hear you hardly.
Let me see here. Do it sound better this way?
That's worse. That's way worse.
That's way worse.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it, man. I have to stick with my headphones. That's all I can use right now. I'm using the phone.
I can't hear you at all now. Do what you were doing before.
All right, is that better?
That's a little better.
All right, cool. LSU or Kentucky, we will get into the games in a minute.
I got to grab some Trenches. I'm going to let you hold on. Just be right back.
All right. Guys, I mean, the games are ridiculous this week. You got the Iowa Penn State, you got the Red River rivalry, you got Georgia Auburn, you got Arkansas Ole Miss. Florida and Vandy really isn't a game, but who knows? Vandy could catch them to at least make it a close game. And Kentucky LSU. Kentucky LSU might be the hardest game for me to pick. Leading with my heart, I want Kentucky to win it. I want every team to go undefeated before they play my dogs. That being said, I don't know, man. That's the one game I probably won't throw money at this week. We're gonna get the jacket from Trenches. I got it online a couple years ago. I also have a red one like this that has the newer dog logo right here. I bought them both. Was it Fanatics? It might have been Fanatics. Even a Grantham defense can stop Vandy. The sort of makes more sense. I agree with the sort of. Texas will win versus Oklahoma because Oklahoma's quarterback is bad. I agree, and it also looks like Texas is kind of projecting to go up a little bit in stock-wise. Not enough to get into the playoffs or do anything meaningful with it, but who knows? Melissa's got Kentucky winning. I hope you're right. Like I said, I want every team undefeated and ranked as high as they can before they play my dogs. Florida better damn beat Vandy, Celine. If they don't, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna cry laughing. That's the one team they can lose every game. I don't care if they're ranked number 1 before we play them. Y'all can drop. Don't talk about the Florida game, sir. I'm live streaming it and I need an audience. Hey, if y'all want to watch the Florida game, go live stream it over at Celine Drivers. He does a great job doing Harvard games as well. If you guys get a chance, go check it out. RTR, Neo. Yep. So, guys, how are you this morning? I'm a little bit bummed I didn't win the Uncle Lou bet thing, but it's all right. We'll try again next week. Rattler's not bad. He has no running game. Rattler is bad. I hate to break it to you. Rattler's bad. Rattler could not start for a lot of the top 25 teams right now. Guarantee it.
I'm going to try and see if I can get these audio to work better.
That sounds good. Celine, Harvard's playing at the same time. Are you going to be dual streaming it? Like watching one over here, one on the computer or something? Sarah Kate had your popcorn last week? Yeah, a lot of Bama fans enjoyed that popcorn last week. Great video with your son, Trenches. Thank you. Yeah, he's getting pretty good at his picks. I think he's at 60% right now. But this week, I don't think he's going to do so well. He picked South Carolina to win, and who else? Duke. He picked Nebraska over Michigan. I think he's going to have a rough week this week. Celine's channel. Thank you, Melissa, for knocking that in there. Ain't nobody jinxing your horns, man. Ain't nobody jinxing the horns. But you can't sit here and tell me Spencer Rattler's a good quarterback. That's cool, man. Yes, and Celine will be live streaming the Florida game and the Harvard game at the same time if y'all want to check that out. It sounds good to me, Brett. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see. Hearing you guys is fine, but I can't. Excuse me. You guys hearing me is fine, but with me trying to cook, it.
Yeah. Better than me. I'm barely 500. Yeah. And now you're frozen, Brett. So this is really weird.
Now we're good.
All right, South Carolina, Tennessee, get your popcorns. I don't think that's going to be a close game. Y'all sound good. It's going okay. He had another surgery this week. All right.
I don't know why the sound is so loud this morning, but we're just going to roll with it.
I think next week I'll get back on my computer and see if we can knock that out, see if it works better. Is TJ going to play? Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's on my end, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. You want to go over these games? Are you doing that?
Yeah, man, knock it out.
All right. We'll start with the 12 o'clock games. First, we got South Carolina versus Tennessee.
I'm a big fan of Tennessee over South Carolina. I'm gonna pull for South Carolina. I'm gonna pull for Tennessee. Just for no other reason than BBD, but it seems to me that Tennessee's offense is starting to kind of fire on all cylinders. They're kind of catching some rhythm. Mr. Heupel up there is starting to get a feel for his team. They look pretty dominant in a couple of games so far. So I'm going to go with Tennessee, and I'm going to go Tennessee by at least 14 points.
I agree with you. One, because the BBD, but two, Tennessee's rocking that Oklahoma State ripoff uniform. So screw it. Let's go Tennessee on this game.
Well, anything but orange, right?
All right. The biggest 12 o'clock game, the Red River rivalry, Texas, Oklahoma.
Well, if you watch college football, it's kind of a no-brainer. Oklahoma's looked like hot melted garbage pretty much all season. They barely escaped several teams they should have beat soundly. I'm of the impression that Oklahoma's falling apart. I'm of the impression that Texas has made changes and adjusted who their personnel on the field is. That has allowed that offense to really catch on fire. I think that an Oklahoma team that has really made no adjustments since the Tulane game is playing a Texas team that is focused on doing whatever needs to be done to play quality football. I got to go with Texas.
Good choice, man.
I think that's a good pick. I actually agree with you. I'm going Texas in this one, but you guys are still joining the SEC in a few years, so get you ready for it. But until
Hold
then,
on, Chris.
Conveniently, they'll sit across the street.
Really? Okay, well, that works
Their
out.
boys have a cough and kick. I'm like, yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do.
Well,
I told you that was going to happen.
yeah, you did. You called it. All right, go ahead there, Trenches. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, so we're both on the same page for the first two picks. What about Maryland and Ohio State? I'll go ahead and give you my pick for this one. I'm going to take this is a tough one to take. I'm pretty sure he's going to take Ohio State. I'm taking Maryland in this game. I think that injury is definitely going to hurt him in the long run, but I've had no faith in C.J. Stroud in that offense at all. Jordan Davis, you could be right. Ohio State could pull it, but who knows? I'm just going to go on the wild card here and say Maryland takes it. I had breakfast cooked at 5 a.m. Didn't send me one plate. I was talking to the comment section. Who you got out of Maryland, Ohio State?
I can't hear you, man.
Maryland, Ohio State, Buckeyes.
I got all this wonderful bacon sizzling over here. The speaker will give me a louder sound, but I don't know that the microphone will work. I can give it a shot if you'll bring it here. We're going to try to make an adjustment.
All right, no problem. All right, Ohio State in a blowout. They could blow them out, man. This game could go either way. Like I said, I just have no faith in C.J. Stroud. It looks like that offense just can't get it rolling yet. They're kind of, to me, in the same situation as Oklahoma. Listen, you need a man who writes you poetry. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I give out a damn life is short. You leave her alone, lizard. She's spoken for. Upper Billy's got Maryland, too. Upper Billy knows what I'm talking about. It's not that Maryland's a great team. It's that Ohio State looks really suspect going into week 6. Trenches, you had a message about a Boss 429 Mustang. What's wrong with you? I didn't mean to. I meant to hit show and hit the wrong button. You know what, Celine? Yeah, but keep Grantham. Talk to me like that, sir. Hello, loser. Men doesn't seem to respect my old-fashioned ways. This is Maryland season. I don't know about that, but I think they might have enough to take Ohio State out. We're just gonna watch Brett cook some bacon for a minute. Celine over asking, what the F is wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Y'all about to lose the vanity. Don't give me that.
Well, 40 minutes.
Where would you put it?
Last time I watched my Cats play LSU, they were number 1 and we knocked them off. David, I think we're gonna get to that game. Here, I should hide it again just for Celine. I should hide it again, but I won't. I think they could do it. I want y'all to go undefeated coming into Athens. Mine need Melissa. Melissa, some of us do. LOL. Need repeating, to be honest. I got you, man. Just hold the door open for you, draw back. Melissa, you better let these boys know. Nothing like just watching bacon cook in the morning, huh, guys? I can't believe I'm catching flack from a guy that I just pissed his channel four times. Can y'all believe that? So let me ask you this: who y'all got in the game of the week? The Iowa versus Penn State game. You know what? Forget all this. Let's see what this man's got in his garage. You got a neon green cooler, a huge freezer, some weird piping next to that freezer. I have no idea what that is. It's okay, Trenches. No matter what I say, Melissa, I have no shot. She's spoken for. Come on, Trenches. You know I love you. Great guy. I love you too, Celine. Let's see here. What can anybody tell me what the heck that black metal thing sitting there on that table is? I have no idea. I have Iowa winning by 7. It's a good pick. We could beat LSU. Question is, can my dogs finally make us all happy and take care of Bama as far as winning championship? Only time will tell. It depends on how the rest of the season plays out, man. If we get everybody healthy, I don't have worries. If we keep having a glass situation with our quarterback, I don't know, man. I'm with you on that, Trenches. Iowa Penn State game. Yes, to me that's the game of the week. I mean, I know people are gonna say Red River rivalry because that's where college game day is at, but there's a reason it's on at 12. Taking a shot every time Trenches pulls his beard, bro. Just go ahead and get tore up now. Let's do it.
Okay, sorry about that.
Can you hear me good now?
No.
Cheers. All right. I got you. All right. So, Ohio State, Maryland. What's your thoughts?
I think Ohio State will beat Maryland. Maryland's one of those teams that has the ability to upset people from time to time, but I just don't think it'll be today.
I got you.
That Ohio State team has got a lot of talent. Huh? No,
You're right, RJ. I did. Michael Porter says, I heard Tank was banged up. I don't think it matters if he's 100% healthy. He's going to leave this game banged up. All right, so whatever Ohio State game. How about Florida Vandy?
Florida Vanderbilt. Florida should kill them. It shouldn't even be close.
It shouldn't, but do you think they covered the 39 points?
No.
Yeah. We're doing good, Green Soldier. How are you? I agree, Trenches. Let's see here. West Virginia versus Baylor.
I'm going to take West Virginia on that one, man. I just got a feeling. I know a lot of people picking Baylor to win that game, and that's fine. But I just got a feeling.
I get it. I'm going to go against you. I'm going to take the Bears on that one. To me, this is one of the best games of the week. Arkansas versus Ole Miss.
I think it really depends on the mindset of those two teams. I know both of those teams are kind of coming off of a weird loss. Lane Kiffin goes out there with the weirdest game plan I think I've ever seen. He decides to play, middle school ball and go for it on fourth down every time, and basically humiliated himself. I mean, I get why you would want to try and do something that nobody else has done, but I don't think that was the right way to go about it. I think they embarrassed themselves, and I think Arkansas also thought they were going to do a lot better than they done. They ended up embarrassing themselves, but I don't know, man. It's just I think Arkansas's got a better defense. We saw what that defense did to some other teams. I still think Lane Kiffin's going to score, but I'm going to take Arkansas by 2 points.
I agree with you. I'm taking Arkansas for this game, and it's mainly, like you said earlier, it's motivation. We've seen Ole Miss, what Lane Kiffin does when they lose big games. It starts to kind of unravel. Sam Pittman's trying to make a statement this season. One lost game ain't going to stop him, in my opinion. Give me Arkansas.
All right, so apparently,
no.
All right, now we're gonna get to the cooking part for just a second. So you take it here.
Go ahead.
You take your piece of cheese. Woo! Just like this. We're gonna take us a couple pieces of bacon, like this. We're gonna take this bread. We're gonna put a little bit of bacon grease on it. We're gonna stack it just like this. Now that's not the toad in the hole. We'll show you that here in a second. Here's the toad in the hole. You take it. Cut us out a little hole here in the middle. Now that's going to do. That's going to give us this. I'm going to move this to the back just like that. Load this in. That. Now we come for the toad in the hole. Here we go. It goes right in the middle. Just like that. Bam. Now you can cook that over easy. You can cook it hard, soft, however you like it. But we're going to try to do us an over easy one. We're going to take us a little more cheese here. We're just going to cover up one of these like that. Come over here and get you some of this nice crunchy bacon. We're going to give it a chance to kind of cook in. But on the other one, we're going to do chicken breakfast sausage. So for those of you out there that want to be a little more health-minded, this is the way to do it. Now, while the sausage is cooking, we're going to take this sandwich right here. Ooh, here's where the magic happens. Bam! Now that you got this going, you're going to let that cook for a few more minutes. And then we're going to take and fold that together. What you giggling about, Trenches?
The comments.
Well, read them to me.
This is a 3K calorie breakfast. One person said, cooking class with Brett. You got to go check out the new SC Shorts, man. It highlights the Dogs' defense. Is that the one from the other day? I saw that one. The Larry Munson Cooking Show. I tell you what my favorite thing is on that griddle you got right now. It's probably the Southern chips that you haven't even realized you got yet.
The what?
The Southern chips.
Talking about these?
Talking about those little pieces of bread that you cut out just sitting there in bacon grease.
Oh, yes, sir.
That's good food. All right. Now I'll take my grits and mix them in a 5-gallon bucket. You lost me with hot dogs, is what David said. You had me, then you lost me.
I got some hot sauce. I'm back in.
Corral throws another. Oh, I guess I took that one out. Yeah, Huff, I like my carbs. I think everybody does. That's the problem. I'm this size, which is kind of why I don't like looking at that plate right now. I haven't ate yet today. Trying to do something, get back on my intermittent fasting. I'm as country as a turnip green, but I don't like grits. Blasphemy. All right, let me see what the next game is real quick.
That's how you make a breakfast sandwich right there.
There you go. How about this one? Alabama or Texas A&M?
Man, Texas A&M finna make them look silly. And then you're gonna hear all the Alabama fans talk about how good Texas A&M is after they blow them out. You know, kind of like how we did after we beat the hell out of Arkansas.
Right. I will say that. All right, so Bama should win this game, no problem. But to me, this is one of the toughest places to play. But yeah, it shouldn't make a factor in this game. Now you just look at pure talent. I give it to Bama. A&M has no offense. You're right, Sanchez, but they got the best defense that Bama has seen yet.
So how would you feel if Ole Miss couldn't beat Alabama, but somehow Texas A&M pulls off a miracle?
I mean, I probably hurt from my size, like from laughing too much, but that's about it.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I figure you probably couldn't. I more just want to see. Honestly, man, to me, the biggest range is this Arkansas-Ole Miss game. That's going to tell us the most between Georgia and Bama.
It hasn't been posted yet. It's usually an evening game one.
Aggies get blown out. It's very possible, Texas. Emory Lee, would it be? I think I just got diabetes by watching this. It's a good chance. You should definitely go see your physician.
I'll talk to you in 3 days after that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
All right, Brett. Georgia, Auburn. Bet I can't even hear.
What? Georgia, Auburn.
Georgia, Auburn.
Man, I'm about to smack
Question.
you.
Here's the question. 1, does Georgia cover? And 2, what is the score prediction?
Yeah, Georgia's going to cover. Score prediction is going to come out in the Hype and Hate video later today.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and give my score prediction. I predicted a back-to-back-to-back shutouts. 45-0 Dogs on top. Call me crazy, but let's just see how it goes. I mean, you think Bo Nix is better than Arkansas? I don't. Penn State, Iowa, game of the week. We'll talk with him later, I guess. Good Lord. I'm going to take Iowa win this game. 1, it's a home game. 2, they got a way better defense. Yes, Penn State's got the better offense, but I feel like they can put it up. Green Soldier, I ain't playing this week. 45-0. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. I hope you're right, Trenches. Me too, man. I love seeing Auburn cry. That's one thing Georgia and Bama fans have in common.
All right, let's try
Speed
this.
on YouTube just will check. Oh yeah, for sure. I want to see Bo try to roll out with Tyndall and N'Kobe coming right at him. All right, Brett, Iowa, Penn State. You playing Tetris?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, Iowa, Penn State. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Iowa all day, every day, man.
Same here.
Iowa. I called Iowa early on in the season. Iowa's been out there absolutely killing it. So I'm gonna go with Iowa. Now, if you want to make what I'm making, you don't have to cut it all out nice and pretty. You can just grab it, kind of just tear it out.
Sanchez, that's a really good question. What's the over/under for sacks on Bo Nix? I'm putting it at 5.5.
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
And then I think he's gonna cop out.
Oh yeah, you think change him out?
I think after we break his leg, he'll start crying.
Gotcha. Mike and Mary Hoggard want you to hook up the smell-o-vision, Brett. Thank you. We appreciate it. It doesn't look like you're wafting food our way, but we'll take it. Melissa, you smacked 2-footer. All right. Okay, gotcha. All right. What other games we got here? Man, the night games are just not there this year, are they?
No, not this week. Not this week. This week's a little off.
That's a good one right here. LSU, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Without a doubt, Kentucky. Listen,
I hope you're right.
Coach O has just proven that, he's better at picking up random young women at the club than he is at conducting football.
Yeah.
And I just
hope you're
that,
right, because I want to see Georgia go against another undefeated team. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I really think that this team's going to be Kentucky's a good football team. So in some of the comments, some of the videos I've made, I have heard and seen Kentucky fans out here saying, first of all, there was a video that come out that said, "We want Bama." Yeah. What are y'all doing? Come on, honestly. You don't want Bama. Nobody says we want Bama. Here's the way it works. You look at the schedule and go, we're going to have to play Bama. If you think you want Bama, you are not in the right mindset. You're just not. What you want is, you want to play quality teams, but ask yourself this question. Would you want to play an Alabama caliber team every week? No, of course not. Nobody would. Even Alabama would not. So if you sit there and say you want Bama, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I got to begin to question your intelligence level.
Yeah, watch the game today. Remember, Jimbo said the same crap this offseason. You watch the game today, see how it works out for him.
Hey, get your popcorn, all right? Get your popcorn.
Last game to go over really is Notre Dame at Virginia Tech.
What do you think? I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to take Virginia Tech, man. I got no faith in Notre Dame. It's been like that for the last 30 years for me. But not only that, man, it's at Virginia Tech. They're both only one loss. Maybe the wheels fall off for Notre Dame after last week.
Isn't don't they still have the same quarterback they had last year? What's his name?
Who's that? Notre Dame? No, Notre Dame lost their guy. You're talking about Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Last year's quarterback was Ian Book. He's gone.
Yeah. He was a running quarterback. Is this new guy a running quarterback?
Well, they've been using 3 different quarterbacks, and none of them's really working out, so I don't think it really matters.
Yeah. Last year when they had a running quarterback, they did a really good job. I think they beat Clemson at some point.
Right.
But this year, I hate to say this, but it looks more of a rebuild year. They really don't seem to have a a defined identity on the offense.
Yep.
And so for me, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, offense problems, huh? I know how that feels. I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech.
All right. So we're in agreement with that one. Crimson Brave says, Trenches, tell Vince Munson that food looks good. When I see him, I'll let him know. I want Bama to get the hell out of the way so I can find happiness.
Well, there's an old expression: to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I'll be honest with you guys: if Georgia doesn't beat Alabama this year and Nick Saban retires, I will never be satisfied.
No, I agree.
I will never be satisfied. I mean, that's just a factual statement, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Saban is the greatest of all time. If you doubt that, I need to question your sanity. The man is an absolute legend among the legends. Why he would ever... I think that if Georgia beats him 2 years in a row, he'll retire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that statement, Huff. Saban's truly the best ever. He is. He's the GOAT in coaching. No one's going to argue that. Let's see here. VT lost to West Virginia. Who lost at home to Texas Tech? Who we hung 70 on? Virginia Tech sucks. LOL. I agree. Virginia Tech's not an elite team. Neither is Notre Dame. I'm not picking this pick on Virginia Tech's good. I'm picking this pick on Notre Dame's bad.
Notre Dame has years where they look really good because of the teams they play. But in my opinion, when they start playing good teams, they start having problems. And I think this is just one of those times where they're fixing to start having some problems.
Mac Jones 10 says, what if Saban went to UGA? What, like before he went to Bama? Then we'd have a lot more national titles. You talking about after? That's not going to happen. We're not getting Kirby.
First of all, Nick Saban is basically a deity in the state of Alabama. They give him everything he wants and then some. He's built an absolute empire between. I mean, I think at one point the university bought his house for him, and that's pretty tough to just walk away from that kind of love and loyalty. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's unlikely.
He's saying before he went to Bama, then Georgia would have a lot more natties.
Yeah.
Counter Baron, good morning.
So the question is, excuse me, sorry. The question is, is Georgia, this is just a hypothetical, of course, before people start losing their minds, since Kirby Smart has come to Georgia, I think everybody would agree that they've done a pretty good job. He's done a pretty good job recruiting and getting the team to the upper echelon, being a ranked team. I mean, there's been several times he's been ranked inside the top 5.
Right.
That was something that Mark Richt always struggled with, but I digress. I think that it's possible that Georgia may have traded, let's just say Nick Saban. Just try to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying Nick Saban never would have came to Georgia.
Right.
Is it possible that Georgia is about to start its dynasty as Nick Saban is potentially leaving college football in the next few years?
Could be.
Because if you look at the time span between Kirby Smart when he started versus Nick Saban when he started and how long it took him to win a national title, Kirby Smart is on pace.
Huffer Billy Paul says, y'all got the audio issues figured out, so next week you won't have to carry the show. You did great, though, Trenches, and now y'all rolling.
Well,
that's the usual.
That's why he gets invited, because I can trust him.
Brett gives me a lot of back issues from carrying him, but it's all good. It's no big deal. Kirby's
You know what
12
they
and 6
say?
against top 10 teams. Huh?
What?
I don't know. I thought you said something. He said Kirby is 12 and 6 against top 10 teams. He is amazing as a new head coach.
I think anytime that you can at least go 50% on top 10 teams, I think you're doing really good.
Right.
That's just my opinion. Because top 10 teams, I don't care who you are. I don't care really how good your defense is. A top 10 team is always going to have the ability to win a game. You know, they're never really going to be out of it. If it's, you know, now we do have to put some, what's the word I'm looking for here? We got to kind of hedge the bet on some of this because I don't think you can consider Clemson a top 10 team. They may have been ranked in the top 10, but that's not a top 10 team.
Right.
And now Arkansas, absolutely top 10 team.
Texas Rocks is one of my favorite people on my channel.
Yeah, he is. I like him.
That's a troll job and a half. Stark has the next dynasty. That's hilarious. Let's see. Brett nails it. Top 10 means a lot. It does. Ed Orgeron should go back to the set of Waterboy. He should.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment.
I thought it could happen. Have been Jimbo, but not now. Nah, man. Jimbo just kind of fell backwards into a national championship with Florida State with Jameis Winston. That's all that man's ever done.
Jamin went. He got a
ahead.
national championship out of a quarterback the same way Coach Orgeron did, by accident. It was nothing the coach did that created that environment. It was the players. So while coaching is important, the talent matters too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what
UGA
you're seeing. Like, go ahead.
I said Sanchez says UGA has to beat Bama for that to happen. Historically, hasn't been the case. I just want one natty. I'm with you, Riggs. Just give me one natty. I don't care about the dynasty. The dynasty will come after the natty, hopefully. Just give me one. One, please. This Bama fans have been saying UGA's coming. Go ahead.
The Bama fans said what?
Sanchez, Saban won't coach forever. Sanchez says, no, who was it? Sarah Crane says, this Bama fan has been saying UGA is coming. I think I am right.
Oh, I would agree. Anytime. So here's how I can prove that Georgia is absolutely on the cusp. Because what Bama fans say about Georgia, they do not say about any other team.
Yeah.
You will find Bama fans that will say Georgia's going to win one, but you won't hear them say that about Texas or Oklahoma. You won't hear them say that.
Counter Barron said he didn't get to catch the injury report for the Dogs roster today. No JT Daniels. That'll be the Stetson Bennett show again. I don't know about Blaylock. We know we got Tyke and Darnell back. Kieran Jackson apparently is running routes at 100%. George Pickens is actually running routes with cuts for the last couple of weeks. He's not playing in this game, but that is good news to hear. I don't know if we're missing anybody else besides maybe Blaylock and Pickens and JT. Fun fact: you
may have noticed that I have this rag that I use to wipe my hands with, and I've had it out here for a long time. Have you ever noticed this?
No.
I'm always cleaning my hands off while I'm cooking, but this is what I use.
All right.
That's my rag.
Nice. So is it fair to say that right now, Big Dawg Brett is on the rag?
No, because I'm not holding
it. All right. So Texas Rock says, fun fact, did you know Jameis Winston didn't even want to go to Florida State? He was all about Texas, but Mac Brown ignored him. Yeah, it's kind of a pretty well-known story.
I had heard that, but I haven't really dug into it too much.
David Barrett wants to know, what is tailgating and how do we do it? Asking for a Kentucky fan.
If you're a Kentucky fan, the way that you tailgate is before you leave your house, you have to make sure your beard is at your collar. It's growing from the neck. No, not from the chin, from the neck. It grows from the
Right.
neck. Then you get out your GPS and you ask to go to Kroger's, and you go sit in the grocery store parking lot, and you guys try to count the number of teeth in the girls in the passing cars. Now, if you get to 15 cars or a full set of teeth, whichever one comes first, then you're tailgating.
You feel good about yourself on that one?
Well, last year, what a lot of people don't know is last year, and this has already started this year in some of the videos I've made. So I didn't finish my statement earlier that I should have finished. There are already Kentucky fans that are in my comment section saying that they want Bama and they want Georgia. And it's like every year. I mean, at least South Carolina fans don't do that, right? South Carolina fans are like, look, dude, just try not to kill us, right?
Crimson Brave says, I severely bet that Between the Trenches once begged Brett to cook his steak well done and put mustard and ketchup all over. Then Brett slapped the mess out of him. First off, it's medium rare or nothing. Secondly, if you dream about hitting me, you better wake up and apologize. Bama's defense missing a lot of tackles this year. Just watching the OM game, I counted 8 of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bad number right there, Mike and Mary.
Well, and I will say, now here's what I'll say. I've noticed that teams, especially good teams, if they're playing what they consider to be lesser opponents, they will absolutely take a little bit off of what they're doing as far as, hard hits, things like that. They dial it back a little bit because they don't feel like they have to.
Right.
It's kind of like whenever you see Michael Jordan break to the hole, if he was back in the day, if he was playing against, somebody they knew they were going to just absolutely kill, he would not, just run in there and dunk on it like Shaq would. He knew he had it. He knew he had it beat, so there was no need to do that. And I think that's what you see when they play some of these lesser teams.
Yeah. Hufflebilly Paul says, I'm going to start the Brett Hart bypass surgery fund.
I don't eat like this every day. I do not eat like this every day. Most days, I'm actually eating, believe it or not, I use keto bread. We eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I try to eat a lot of chicken, a lot of fish. Try to stay away from food like this. You can't eat like this every day; it'll kill you.
Yeah,
it will absolutely kill you. That's why like I do this. I do this on the weekends because it's like a once a week thing. But if first of all, I couldn't afford a pound of bacon every day. That's not going to happen because you're talking $10 a day every day just for bacon, plus a dozen eggs, a loaf of bread, chicken sausage plus cheese. I mean, this breakfast cost me about $25 to $30 to do. That's what it cost me. Right. Plus, I got propane and everything else. I mean, it's not cheap to do this. I mean, I could certainly. Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead. No, I mean, I could certainly go down to McDonald's and get something a lot cheaper, a lot faster.
Salty Dog says, well, Trenches, I thump your nose and will not apologize. I don't expect you to. Bama D's good enough for Ole Miss score and fun to groove late. Yeah. Wrong with it. Megan, I agree. Nothing wrong once a week eating like that.
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for if you I won't say can restrain yourself. I say a lot of people struggle to eat healthy, and it's easy to see why, especially when you live in the South and you can cook like I do. And that's not bragging. I mean, I just I cook Southern food. Well, whenever you get to a point where you want to lose weight, you want to start taking care of your body, you have to adjust what you eat. But it's okay to do it every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, you gotta eat healthy in between these crazy ones. Moderation is definitely the key.
Yeah.
Um, on average, Bama only had to move the ball 41 yards against Ole Miss. Lane screwed his defense 5 to 6 times. I agree. That defense is Ole Miss is a lot like the old Oklahoma teams, and actually, I guess Oklahoma now. Good to even great offenses at times. One of the worst defenses in the nation. I mean, it's literally to a T.
So for me, I really think that if you would have had a quality defense like a Georgia or an Arkansas, something along those lines, you might be able to pull off that go for it on fourth down every down because you can stop them, but
Yeah.
they couldn't stop them. And I mean, I guess some people would say that might be why.
Chantel Brown says go Dogs. Yeah. Chantel Brown says go Dogs. Crimson
Go Dogs.
Crimson Brave says Giant Dog Brett has the ability to slap you like your EDP trenches. Maybe.
Okay, so
But I'm not EDP, I can promise you that one.
yeah, he's not. So quick story.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever seen those punching bag machines,
The bobble wobbles.
yeah, you put like $1 in it or whatever, and you get to hit the punching bag a couple of times, and it registers how hard you can hit.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen a couple of those over the years. The last one I seen was in Omaha, Nebraska. And we were up there with some friends, and there was guys up there hitting the bag, and they would run it up 6, 7, and sometimes they get an 800. And my buddy Chris, he starts razzing me. He was like, "You big guy." He was like, "You go hit it." I was like, "I don't want to hit that thing, man." He goes, "Go hit it." Nah, I'm good. He goes, "Well, I'll pay for it." I said, "Well, nah, I'm good." He goes, "Tell you what." He goes, I bet you I can hit harder than you can." I said, "You probably can." And then one of the other guys over there starts talking smack. This guy says, "I bet you I can slap it harder than you can punch it." I said, "I'll tell you what, let's do it the other way around. And if I can slap it harder than you can punch it, you got to buy me and my friends a round. But if you can slap it, if I can slap it, or if I don't do it, basically, I'll pay for your tab."
Right.
He said, "Okay." And he's a good sized fella too. He goes up there, he pops the bag, he runs it up a little over 800, by 805 or so. I said, "Well, I get 2 tries." He said, "Okay." First time I slapped it, I got 875. The second time I slapped it, I got 910. And that's a barehanded slap.
Nice.
And I said, that right there, that's why I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Green Soul, no, Mac Jones tends to stretches. How long you been a UGA fan? Since I was a kid. I remember the first quarterback I remember following was Mike Bobo. So that tells you any time frame.
No, I did not slap Trenches. He still has a beard.
You pretty big yourself. Yeah, Brett's a big dude. I think Auburn will be in the playoffs this year. What?
And what, basketball? Somebody's on the good. They're trolling you. They're just trying to troll you.
Yeah. I threw for a little. Brett has that old Southern man slap.
Pretty much.
Oh, man. LOL.
Well, we've been going on about an hour here, guys. I really appreciate you being here. If you guys want to join the channel and become a member, feel free to do so. It's a members only section. I do put out videos. I do have some kind of exclusive content for those guys. Also, help support the channel. It helps pay for these breakfasts. If you want to use the super chat, you can use super chat, but we also have PayPal. And it's just a way to support the channel. We try to put out quality content. What you guys may see may be an hour's worth or even 20 minutes worth of actual content, but the behind the scenes stuff takes much longer. So to do an hour show, there'll be in the regular videos, not just these, but there's video editing, there's research that's done, there's a lot of collaborations with other content creators, and we all have full-time jobs, so it just takes a little extra. So if you guys help us out, that's great. If you don't feel like you have to, but at least subscribe. That really helps the channel grow. Go over and check out Between the Trenches. He has a great show. You go check out D4 Sports, great guy. If you don't know who Uncle Lou is, been under a rock, go check him out. Go check out Pigskin Pete, Maddie Sims, Jordan Bowman. There's a whole bunch of us in this community, and we really appreciate you guys. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment after the show. You can leave a comment. It helps push the channel up through the algorithms. So the other thing is that we have to get past the 1 hour marker. I'll learn that. 58 minutes gets a total different set of algorithm than the 1 hour mark. So we're going to go just over an hour, and then we're going to call it a day. Once the Georgia game comes on, we'll be doing I'll be doing live reaction videos throughout the day. And if you guys watch those videos, you'll actually see, and I was told this past week, you'll actually see how into a game I get. I get super excited. I have a great time. Even if it's not my team, I have a great time watching other teams win and or lose, especially if it's a Florida team. But, yeah, I really enjoy watching these football games. So are these two brothers? No, sir, we're not brothers. We're not.
So, Crimson, you brought this up even on my stream. I must have missed what I said because Crimson, when I was doing what was it? It was on some kind of stream. We were talking about the Florida Vandy game, I think, and he said, I'm a closeted Florida fan. You got to tell me what I said so I can rewatch that. But I'm jumping and yelling like I'm smart. It's bad, LOL.
It's bad. Oh, yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I'm the same way. Listen, most of the time, during most of the game, well, not this year, but there's been many games where I have strewn a tapestry of profanities at the television for the boneheaded calls we've made. Yeah. Brett, I'd love to talk football.
Yeah, good luck to your team.
Green Soldier says, hey, Brett, I'd love to talk Facebook with you when I'm on leave and the Army leave me alone. You do a lounge call. Yeah, I do on Wednesday nights. Feel free to just jump into that. We have calling guests all the time. What did I miss?
Look at seriously, Dirty Sanchez's comment.
I didn't see it. It jumped ahead.
It said, Brett is Trish's dad cooking him breakfast like a good daddy.
That's right. Come sit on my knee, Bubba.
That's how old this man is. You take it the wrong way. He's just old.
Old.
All right, here we go. Christian said, Trish's, I made a comment saying Trish's Gators will get smoked by Georgia. Then you agreed. Maybe, man. I must have slipped it. Cincy game, Brett, I was losing my damn mind. Yeah, that was a close one.
That game was intense. I think that was the first big game. I think that was the big game that kind of broke Kirby Smart from playing as conservative, because I think his mindset in that game was to play conservative, and it didn't pan out for him. He basically had to win it at the last minute. I think he thought we were going to win that game like 21-14, but we almost lost that game altogether. So, or win that game 21-14, but we almost lost it outright.
Let Papa Bear get his paws on you.
Yeah, don't let the big dog grab a hold of you. No, don't do that. Not
you got to do something about this closeted Florida fan. All right, Christian, you keep throwing toilet paper in them Auburn trees, and we'll talk about who's a closeted fan.
I'd rather be a closet Florida fan than a closet Auburn fan.
Okay, I've got everyone be safe, and I hope everyone teams win. I agree, except for Auburn.
Green Soldier says, agreed, Brett. Do you think Monken sat Kirby down and said, see? I think so. I've seen something that happened this year that I have never seen happen before, and that was it was 4th and 1 in the middle of the game, and they went for it.
Right.
We used to always punt the ball. Punt it. Even if we could be we could be 5 yards outside of field goal range. We would take the delay of game, back up, and kick it and try to pin them deep. Not this go around. Even against Arkansas, it was like 4th and 2. They lined them up and ran them. Went first down. I went, I love it. And then later in the game when they should have kicked the field goal and it was 4th and 1, they kicked the field goal and I went, the light bulb came on. Somewhere it came on.
Yeah, Chad, we weren't talking about the Temple-Cincinnati game last night. That was not a game.
Thanks, Lizard, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate you, Lizard. Georgia playing Cincinnati was a nail-biter last year. It was, man. Cincinnati was a good team going into that game.
That game was almost as exciting as the Oklahoma game, but the Oklahoma game was more exciting because it had more repercussions as to who won or lost. Yeah.
Do you guys think that a loss today at Kentucky will be the end of 8-0? I don't. I think he's going to at least ride that championship for the end of this year.
I think that they will let him go the end of the year, and then I think they're already talking to coaches now. I think he's already fired. It's just the ink hasn't been quite swiped on the final page yet. What Green Soldier said is that Cincinnati starts off slow. You can't do that to make the college football playoffs. I agree with that. But what I will also say is that Georgia offense looks entirely different. We've scored, I want to say, out of the 99 points, we've scored 56 in the first quarter in the past 2 games.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Crimson, that might be the weirdest thing you've ever said.
What do you say?
Hufflebilly Paul. He said, I don't even want to read it. Brett is planning to send the entire UGA Army to Trench's house to cut off his pecker for rooting for Florida.
Where's this Florida stuff coming from, man?
I don't know. Apparently he asked me a question, but worded it with Florida instead of Georgia or something like that, and I agreed with him just because it was Crimson. It's like, yeah, whatever he says, fine, whatever.
So now he's trolling you. Okay.
Yeah, but Crimson's cool people. Hufflebilly says, yeah, great show. Thanks for holding it together. Early Trenches, this chat is getting Lou-worthy.
I hope not. God, I hope not.
Does Cincinnati have a chance at the playoffs with their schedule? I think they do. I think if they run the table, they can do that.
I think that there's a couple of things that need to happen to really, strengthen their case. But I certainly think it's possible.
Yeah. Ed gone after this loss, Barrett. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it keeps him in the year.
Nah. I think they'll let him ride it out for the end of the year for the specific, but maybe only because he is a native Louisianian.
That's true.
So I think that they would let him stick around to finish out the year because of that.
Yeah. Chad says Iowa looking strong this year. Their defense is pretty good. They do look good. They're going to be tested today, though. So we'll see.
I'm still taking Iowa. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think they'll lose by. If they lose, they won't lose by much. So.
I want to throw Crimson back so bad, but it's not my channel.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
No. Me and Crimson have a love-hate relationship. It's not nothing personal. Cincy in the Big Ten champ, then 2 SEC powerhouses. Yeah, very possible.
Yeah, that's very possible. But there's a team you're forgetting.
Michigan.
You might. Michigan. Yep.
Michigan got a gauntlet, though, man. They got a lot of teams playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if they make it through that gauntlet, though, it's going to be really hard to keep them out. Really hard. Yeah. If Iowa makes it through, it's going to be hard to keep them out. If Iowa makes it through, Michigan make it through, you very well may see a Cincinnati get pushed out, and it just be Michigan, Iowa, and 2 SEC powerhouses. That may be what you end up seeing.
Right.
Well, buddy, are you hungry? Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been paged by the tiniest man in the house here, so let me get back to that breakfast, y'all. I really appreciate y'all jumping on. Thanks so much for helping me out, Trenches. You guys have a great day. We'll see you throughout the day. God bless. Go Dogs.